Do you like steel and classic automobiles? Does motor oil pump through your veins? Do you like going places where you could get beer at 9 o'clock in the morning when it's 40 degrees outside? Do you like playing hooky from church on Sunday morning? Well, then there's just one place you gotta go. We're back at the Pomona Auto Swap Meet. It is February here in Southern California, and for once it feels like it. Last night it was down in the 30s, but that's just making the Southern California sunshine this morning out here in Pomona feel all the sweeter. There are actually far fewer cars out here this time, as in you can actually see between some of them here. I'm guessing it's because it was for California so cold this morning. 40 degrees scares a lot of us away. Most of us are lucky if we even own a hoodie. But there was at least one Southern Californian who wasn't scared by the cold temperatures or early rising, and that's this guy. Bob's big boy? I'm just kidding. It's my buddy Tyler over here. Fake Tyler, Spoopy Tyler, number 2. We got a lot of names for you.
Regular old Tyler.
Nah, not regular old Tyler. Never regular. Whoa, look at the paint job on that. That is a thing of beauty right there. If I was to ever own a pickup truck, dude, I'll get my black and white striped shirts and go to town with this guy.
Look at the headlights. He's sleepy.
Dude, you're right. He is sleepy. This truck looks like a Randomland hat. Highly approve of that. Whoa, look at this. What is this thing? A little panel truck or a van? What would you call this? I guess it's just a van, but sitting on the ground. It looks so strange. I almost want to call it something else. Oh, I know. A rolling Molotov cocktail. You hear that? Ah, I love that sound. I love that smell, too. Oh. I think I'm getting diseases. Mayan diseases. Hey Tyler, what time is it right now?
9:37.
9:37. You see, I wasn't kidding about the beer. Look at that over there. There's been a non-stop line at the Draft Beer Depot all morning. Anyway, well, they're a little light on cars and all the car corral this morning. Like I said, probably owing to the cold. However, since we're not here purely for the cars, that actually works out. As you guys may remember from previous adventures down here, the Pomona Swapmeet is not just part car show and car marketplace. It's also actually a swap meet, and Tyler and I are here to see if we can find ourselves any smoking deals. So strap on your Christmas lights, because we're going all in. Look at this, we haven't even entered in, and there's already old school barber chairs. This is gonna be a great day, Tyler. Get your arms ready to carry stuff. We are gonna end up with tons of stuff because they have everything and the kitchen sink. Oh wait, that's probably that's a bathroom. Oh no, it's a haircut sink. Look at that.
Haircut sink.
That's a little small groove, dude. Your head would never fit in that.
There's only one way to find out.
Look, Tyler, Corvette. Why are you running away?
I'm wildly afraid of stingrays.
Oh, dude. Look at this. They've got old signs, auto badges, license plates, skulls, fireman's helmet. Look at this old vintage refrigerator. There's good stuff everywhere, but you gotta look for a while to find the deals. Whoa, look at all those gas masks, Tyler. Need those for when your dog comes over.
Hey.
What's breath?
Oh, his breath.
His breath, dude.
It's not pretty terrible.
When he breathes right on you, like, hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Like
My
that.
dog says hey a lot. He's like,
Hey! All right, we made it all the way to the end of the swap meet. We're gonna start on the very last aisle. We're gonna work our way all the way forwards because we got big things happening at our antique store booth. And you never know what you could find. Oh, this is tight, old metal Tonka trucks. I had a ton of those at my grandma's house. Oh, whoa, look at this. That is awesome. Oh, pretty pricey though. I don't know if it's the inflation or the wars around the world or what's going on, but prices have been kind of wild. Then again, it is still somewhat early out here. Sometimes the good deals are at the end of the swap meet when everybody's panicking, like, we gotta get out of here, I don't want to take this home. Oh, Tyler found a treasure.
Mo.
Taking that home, buddy? Oh, look at this ancient Wolverine Bendham. Oh, Magneto, what brought you to this lowly state? All right, so I keep seeing a bunch of wagons out here, right? So I was talking about how that movie is really depressing and how people debate, like, what happened in the end? Was it part of his childhood that died? Did his brother actually die? Did his brother actually live? Is it all literal? Going on and on and on about the movie Radio Flyer, and I turn over and I'm like, you see that movie, right? And Tyler's like, I had no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, dude. I lost you there for a while.
Still have
Just
no
like
idea.
he lost his brother on the Radio Flyer. You'll see the movie one day. See The Cure too if you want to get depressed. That's a good movie. Oh, dude, look at these bikes right here. This one looks like it's straight out of the past. That is a shiny BMX bike. Look at these old little scoot cars. Pretty sure this is a fire truck because It's got this little bell on the front, and Tyler pointed this out. Look at the little ladder. Dude, I wish we could fit on those, because then we could buy the set.
Yeah, we could have races.
It'd be like a friendship thing that we do together. We could bond.
We could still do that.
But no, we can't.
Why?
We don't fit. Tyler's tripping out over a Ghost of Frankenstein, sort of different branded Hot Wheel there. I'm tripping out on like, what is this? A crossbow? Tyler, watch out behind you. Behind you, there's little statues of you. Oh, I was gonna say this looks like my grandma's phone, and then I realized, look, it has 714 on it, and that is her phone number. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know whose phone number that is. Do you guys know whose phone number that is? Like in the past, not now. Don't call it. Don't disturb people, right? I do enough disturbing people for all of us. Dang, dude, look at that Jeep right there. That's in pretty rough shape. But the amazing thing is, it's sold. And in this condition.
You got this weird old coffin.
Oh, dude, I want one of these. My excuse would be to put it in the booth so people could have a Pepsi. But I don't think we could justify that, Tyler. I know you want that though, don't you?
I do.
You want a Pepsi now, don't you?
Never a Pepsi, but the thing is pretty cool.
Sponsored by Pepsi. We're seeing lots of stuff. We're not seeing the stuff yet, though. Too bad we don't live on Etowanda, right, dude? Then we would have found the perfect sign. Dude, look at these baby walkers. Look at that. I mean, this is awfully flimsy construction, dude. It's a pretty hard metal gaps right there. That's why our grandparents and great-grandparents were so hardcore, dude. They were used to getting pinched on a daily basis. You like that? You didn't like the joke. That's cool. All right. Just an observation.
That's pretty. It's okay, joke.
Dude, seriously. Look how hardcore these toys are, all made of metal and steel and brawn and... What one was it? Oh, that's like an oxygen tank thing. Never mind. Kids don't ride that. Oh, that is beautiful, dude. Look, it's got the key in it. I bet we can't afford that, but it looks nice. Look at that mid-century modern hot nut vendor. Look at that, fresh and delicious. Only a nickel. I'd show you guys this, but I bet you already saw. Oh, dude, look at this. The Buddha of Rock. Oh, dude. Found a nice spot with some sick toys over here. The prices are a little high, I think, but then again, maybe they aren't, dude. Prices are changing. Always in motion are the prices. Dude, that's so scary. The Teddy Ruxpinized Mickey Mouse. One day, I'm gonna get one of those that still works, and I'm gonna go to town. I don't even know what I meant by that, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. By which I mean, I'm gonna scare all my friends and neighbors. Dude, we just can't stop seeing these baby buggies right here. Oh, dude, listen to that. He's got the sound system in that little pull car. Dude, check out those mini cruisers right there, and look at that. Old school Radio Flyer Razors, bro, back in the day. All right, starting to see some replica signs at least. Look at this one. No sober zone. Dude, you need that one, bro.
I'm always in the sober zone, man.
See, I'm starting to think what I really need is a wagon when I come to these things, because everybody's got some kind of cart and way to carry stuff around, and there's some stuff I've seen that was all right. I'm like, oh, that could be kind of good for our booth or whatever. Then I'm like, I don't know if I want to carry that, you know? Dang. Need a wagon. Dude, look at this sign right here. Mystery travel.
What even is it?
Nobody knows. That's the mystery. Whoa! Look what's coming for a landing, dude. 1979 Millennium Falcon ATST Walker vintage Star Wars stuff. Very yellow, dude. Very yellowed. But you could restore it. Whoa, don't look behind you, Tyler. Don't let, you're too young. Too young, you're too young. Oh, yo, Joe. Oh no, Chewie. What have they done to you? That is so early 90s. Dude, look at all that laser tag stuff, dude. I remember that so much. That is crazy right there. All the 70s and 80s and early 90s kids stopping to take a look at the laser tag stuff, dude. Just bonding over the memories. Ooh, and you know what? The VHS aren't bad either. Oh, dude, Rollins. Kiss. Pretty sure those guys are the guys I bought the Ghostbusters Ecto 1 from last time. Look at this next door. Muscle? Oh, they're the little wrestling ones. Look at that. Oh, yes. Dun, 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 dun. The best Batman. Michael Keaton. Toy Biz. 1989. I love it.
I have the same exact candy dispenser at home.
In your house right now?
In my house right now.
What kind of candy you got in it?
Right now it's just dust and dirt. I wouldn't suggest.
Don't eat that, dude.
Well, it's not that good, but
I know
that's all
you're going
that's in
sugar-free and stuff on the soda, but you don't have to eat dust and dirt. You can have candy if you want.
Okay. Well,
you slim down.
Let's stop at the gas station on the way.
Okay, let's get some candy.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Allie would love this. Allie loves
Gumby. I thought I loved Gumby. Then I met Allie and I realized I only am casual friends with Gumby. Allie loves Gumby. Apparently this is a rare Japanese import, so they want 200 bucks for it. I don't have that much money.
Can't afford them right now, so there goes Gumby. Oh, look at that. J for Justin. J for me. And look at this. Tyler, can you say Pepsi, please?
Pepsi, please.
Good job. So many tools, but how come they're not woodworking tools?
It's like you come to the auto swap meet and all you can find is car stuff. What's the deal with that?
Oh, dude, look at this. This is the Mac Daddy of all shopping carts. Look at that thing. Fully hot rodded out. Oh, look at that with the new color scheme. Dun, 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 dun.
Among the many questions we have about this, first and foremost in our minds is, what's the BO cartoon?
Oh, it's definitely warming up as we move around. Look at this Mustang. Hey, fellas.
Look at all these cars, dude. Cruising down the center drag over here. A lot of good looking hunks of metal. That's what they'd call us if we were in a metal band. Hunks of metal.
Oh, yeah.
For sure they would.
Yeah.
I wish there was more to show you from the hunt that was interesting, but as usual, it's mainly a lot of little small car parts. Very exciting for the guy who really specifically needs that. Not so much for everybody else, but every once in a while, we do come across something a little more unique. What do we got over here, Tyler?
It's you and me.
Oh, dude, look at us. Just a couple of bike riding fools. And a cowboy boot. Oh, I love folk art like this. Look at this dinosaur over here. He's just screaming, hey, hey, take me home. Hey, look how loud I am. And the neighbors will love me. Ah, look at the frogs, dude. I don't think a lot of HOAs would put up with that stuff anymore, but those are fantastic. Oh, look at that. And it says River Life. You get the frogs, the River Life sign, Skinny Dip, Margaritaville, Beach Life. Ooh, this guy loves cutting metal. Right after I walked away, I said, I like to cut the cheese. And Tyler should laugh me for like 5 minutes. Dude, that's a stupid joke. Oh, this is really messed up to someone like me who has dietary restrictions. I have celiac disease, you know, so I can't eat almost anything out in the open, but there's so many people barbecuing as we walk around. They got some chilies to go over there. They're making chicken.
Looking good.
Meanwhile, I'm just walking through these aisles, getting hungrier and hungrier, dude. You're starting to look pretty tasty to me. I said we're gonna resort to cannibalism soon.
Still after that your cut the cheese joke
Come
from
on,
7 minutes ago.
The worst
now.
joke I've ever made.
Keeps coming back into
I
my
didn't even
brain.
make that joke on camera.
This is why we're friends.
Oh yeah, that's for a Buick. You can tell, because it says right on there. Oh yeah, this one too. It's for a Buick. Tyler just pointed to this train and goes, oh, the peaker. Oh sure, look what you got here is one of your conduction sprockets on there, you know?
You're gonna want to use that next to the carburetor. You have the conflictor modulator.
Oh, of course.
You get the Bluetooth spark plug.
You got the 41 or the 822?
Well, you could do it with an 822. I wouldn't say I do it with a 421.
Right, okay.
You're gonna overload the system that way.
True, that's true.
Finally something I understand. Blankets.
Dang, that guy came up on a bunch of tarps.
Whoa, look at all of these lighters. These are some wild lighters, my friend. Look at this, you got the weird face, you got a toilet, a lightsaber, boxing glove, one with a compass in the stock and this thing which tells time, a bird, and a pretty butterfly.
Oh, this one used to be so patriotic.
Oh, dude, there's some sweet stuff in the back. Look at all these sick belt buckles.
Dude, sick katana. Dude, one of these days, for real though, I am gonna buy you one of these. Look at that. I can't tell which one's which.
Hey,
this one's the real Tyler. Oh, and that's the fake one. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew, that was close. At least you're laughing about it now. At first you were like, oh, come on, dude. Now he laughs.
We've been friends for
Which
too
means
long.
if you guys want, you can send Tyler Bob's Big Boy memorabilia. If you find any in your garage,
It's going to get sold,
Send it
though.
to Tyler. No,
It's
send
gonna
it to
get
Tyler.
flipped.
We'll create the world's biggest collection, dude.
Yeah,
Right in your
with
house,
me
in
it.
your
Yeah,
800 square foot apartment. Whoa, somebody liked their army toys. You can tell it was someone from way back in the day, because look at their baby buggy. Whoa, Grandpa! Oh, dude, remember when plastic army men were a thing? And dude, look at that! 1992, Batman Returns. That takes me back to the good old days when I didn't have to pay rent. Ooh, scandalous. Not even talking about the magazine. I'm talking about Austin Powers. Ooh, skeletons, nice. Ooh, crystal balls, nice. Oh, some pipes. Ooh, some rings back there. Got some biker rings. What's this? Skeleton jewelry. Ooh, Sonny's de Suavecito. We got some hats. Oh, Tyler's gonna buy a pair of sunglasses because I made fun of his other sunglasses the other day. It's cut to me. In my defense, they looked like this. Like pretty much exactly like that, dude.
Anything like that.
What? Whoa, dude, look at these. It's like Tim Burton's beach chair. Okay, one, that is a sick bike. I would love to have a bike like that. The Schwinn Panther 2. Two? Look at that. The heck is that? Is that a freaking Power Wheel or a go-kart? Dude, look at the size of that thing.
It's got like a weed whacker engine in the back, man. You can probably get like 7 or 8 miles an hour on this bad boy.
Imagine going cross country in one of these boys. Heck yeah. Okay, it's all starting to blend together. I hear a lot of pan flute music, and I've seen a lot of chrome today, dude. A lot of chrome. Too much chrome. Okay, this I had to show you. Look at this. Somebody's custom bike right here. Look at that. Joker. And this is the best part. Why so serious? Somebody really likes purple.
You wanna know how I got these scars? I fell off that bike. It hurt really bad.
Oh man, it would be cool to have a car like that. Whoa, look at this. This is one crazy taxi. Oh, Tyler, I found your favorite guy. You can get this on your cup. I'll buy it for you. Wow, so many plush, couple electronic football games. We got Pez dispensers. A lot of little knickknacks and paddywhacks over here. Actually, the more I look around, the more non-automobile stuff is here this time. A lot of cool Disney items. Hey, Tyler, more of your gumball machines.
Well, Nancy, it's come to this. We're just a couple of masks on a table.
Oh, dude, that kid's having a great day.
Well.
It's always nice to see the homies. All right, we've almost made it through the whole thing. I can see Tyler's losing steam as we speak. Still only in the 50s, but if you're wearing jackets from this morning, it's definitely warmed up a little on the inside. Humid in there. Oh, so that's where all the tarps are. Oh, dude, look at this. You can tell that's for a Buick. I could definitely use a rest. And look at the size of this chair, fake Tyler. It's gargantuan. There's 3 cup holders on each side. Finally, a chair for everybody's mother-in-law. McBiff? This I like. I like the fake grass over the tables look. It's like, no need to bring you to the lawn. We bring the lawn to you. And across the hallway, something else green. A whole booth selling only Leprechaun products. Make sure to ask him about his shenanigans. These are dope. Isn't this lucky? Some of these people are already starting to pack up, and it's not even noon, or it's right about noon actually. We probably should have started at this end because I can see that this is the section where they keep a lot of the good stuff. It's all starting to blend together for me, except that though. I know what that's for. That's Buick. For the last couple aisles, we've now divided our forces, trying to cover more ground quickly. I think both of us are in need of a little caffeine, and there's a lot of beer for sale here, but not a lot of soda pop. Just Buick parts and beer. Okay, we had to fast forward there. Well, we didn't find the Hall of the Century, but we're not leaving empty-handed either. Just wait till we get back home to show you the hall. We just walked a long way sweating, and I'll show you once we cool down. All right. Back home, Tyler has now departed. He's gone to Costco. I have refueled with at least 1 piece of chicken, so I'm feeling better. Now I'm ready to show you. Behold the hall, dude. Look at that. It's glorious. Look at the size of that Circle K sign. Got an Arco button that can light up if you stick a bulb in the back. A beautiful double-sided smog check sign. This one's all faded and old. It's got that look. This side looks all brand new. Got a small cardboard AAA sign, an old highway sign from somewhere. I think it's from New Jersey, but it's a very cool piece of advertising. Yeah, just like something little. Then there's this huge 76 sign. Look at the size of that. You could light that bad boy up from behind. This thing is substantial. That is nice. I was carrying that thing out and people were like, dude, you see that 76 sign? The Arco button, the Circle K, the 76. Those were the big winners, man. People loved them. But I personally
I think the coolest one is none of the above.
my favorite one out of this is this American Airlines like parking lot sign. I'm not sure exactly where it came from. I think from a parking lot. It's sort of reflective on there. It is a nice size. All of these are actually pretty darn big.
Let me just get an alley for scale.
Yes, look at the size of them. Most of them are at least half an alley tall or half an alley long. The Circle K might almost be a whole alley long. Well, not quite, but pretty close.
Awesome. We're not going to put all of these into the booth at one time. We'll probably drip them in a little by little, have one big one at a time, just because of space considerations.
I'd love to take one down right now at the moment, but they're currently closed, so we're going to have to wait until tomorrow. Advertising signs aren't the only thing we're getting ready to put in the booth, though. I've been busy making a mess here in the garage.
I've finally had a chance to get back to making some of my other favorite thing, handmade wooden signs, hand-painted or hand-carved, or
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I've been experimenting with a few new techniques and a few, new ways of doing stuff. Actually, this isn't the only new thing I've been doing, which I will show you as soon as I stick these signs in the garage real quick.
Not gonna lie, I actually made kind of a mistake because I put the signs in here and then I went inside for just a second and I swear I ate like one piece of chicken and just passed out for over an hour. So now I almost feel like it's a different day. Anyway, basically the whole time when we were down for that month and a half while Allie's surgery was going on and we were just dealing basically 100% of the time with her recovery, I was itching to make stuff. And I wasn't able to make any signs. So I was trying to teach myself something new. These, by the way, actually made out of old vintage boards. Came out quite nicely, if I do say so myself. So these will eventually be in our booth at the antique store, where I will take you tomorrow and show you what's going on there. But this next thing I will show you will not be in our antique store booth. At least, not for the foreseeable future. This is something just for me, not for sale yet in any capacity. I would like to show you what I've been trying to teach myself to do. That is, of course, if the lights cooperate. I've been learning to hand carve with chisels and such like, mind you, some gargantuan wooden masks. Would you look at the size of this guy right here? This one specifically is a replica of a mask that was up on the gates to Adventureland in Disneyland in the late 1950s or early to mid 1960s. Somewhere in there that I believe was carved by Oceanic Arts. But I didn't just do this one. This was the first one that I finished. I also carved a few more, including this guy right here, which I stained pretty dark, so maybe you're not seeing how three-dimensional this is in detail. And these sort of designs right here would usually be painted, with lots of different colors and things that would bring out kind of the 3D texture. But I'm leaving this one blank for a specific reason for a little while anyway. But there you go, another one. I was sort of figuring out stuff, how to use stuff. And none of this is very finely detailed because I'm sort of an impatient learner, so I kind of gloss over the fine detail steps in my quest for learning the broad strokes, right? But by the time I got to my third gargantuan hand carving, I feel like I was starting to a little bit get the hang of it anyways. Look at that right here. Now, like I said, each one of these is a replica of something from the past. This particular one is a replica, or my take on something that Oceanic Arts did and put out smaller copies of over the years. This is my sort of version of a giant tiki right here. I think it came out okay. I'm actually surprised with myself. Normally all I can make is a mess. But even though 100% these are better looking in person than they are on camera, I gotta say, they actually kind of look like what they were supposed to look like, which pleases me. Normally I'm not capable of that kind of craftsmanship, but somehow I persevered. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of serious flaws in these things. And let me reiterate that I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff wrong, but at least I'm learning the wrong way to do things as I go along, Like, for example, what kind of wood did you cut these out of? Redwood 2x4s glued together side by side. That's what kind of wood I use. There's a lot of experimentation and trying things out over here. But the cool part is I've got a few woodworkers who have been sort of giving me little tips and hints and new tools to try, which I've been utilizing one at a time, and it has not been easy, and it's taken every spare 5 minutes I've had over the last 6 to 8 weeks, but it's been pretty fun to try to learn something new. Now, this isn't all I've been doing. In fact, I've been sort of delayed in making the show because I got distracted by a side quest, which unfortunately for me did not pan out because I was getting all inspired and stoked on a new idea. I actually went out with my friend Ken Stack and went to Compton, California to look at a van. And not just any van. I know what you're thinking, a junky old van, but this van is almost a dead ringer for the van that I originally started touring in a band that I originally stepped out and started crossing the country with. So my buddy Ken and I rolled out there. We took the 91 West. We showed up. We looked at this van for hours and hours. And I almost bought that van. I mean, it was really, really ridiculously cheap. And didn't end up pulling the trigger because, one, they've never even smogged it. It's registered as a non-op. These guys wholesale cars and ship them overseas. And two, it was close, but it just was no cigar when it came to... It was almost like my van, but not quite there. And three, I realized... This particular van, anyway, has been sitting in the sun. All the seals were cracked. Weather-wise, there was a rust spot up in the window, and I just knew that no matter how nostalgic I was for that year and that type of van, even that color scheme on the inside, it just wasn't the one. But I had built up all these castles in the sky in my head about what I could do with the van, what adventures we were going to go on, and all this stuff. So when the kind of thing came crashing down and the van didn't turn out to be the one, didn't turn out to be the unicorn, I was kind of left for a couple of days, kind of feeling bummed a little bit, like I could never own my grandparents' house again, right? That's probably a pipe dream. I could never be 25 again, but I thought for a minute I might just own that van. But who knows? You never know. A completely different kind of van may come along in the future, and we still may get to pull off some of those hijinks and shenanigans I was looking forward to. That just wasn't the one. I operate like an animal, on pure gut instinct most of the time. Like, I'll put a lot of time and effort into learning about something and doing all that stuff, you know, doing all the detailed research, and then I try to learn as much as I can, forget it, and then, like, do episodes about it or something like that, and try to operate from the heart, from the gut. I don't know how to explain it. Try to utilize my weird sixth sense, and it just wasn't, my spidey sense wasn't tingling on it, you know? It was sort of like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the big risk. And I could, you know, this was something that was like only almost possible to afford if it was the right, you know, one. So I was kind of bummed that it didn't work out. We were almost there, but I'm keeping my eyes and ears open for a California registered, current smogged, you know, has an actual owner, wasn't owned by a business, has a real owner who could tell me, yeah, you might want to watch out for this or that, or they do leaf bushing or, you know, whatever kind of thing. So this one was just, not the right pick. And it wasn't anything to do with being nostalgic for the old band days, by the way, or anything like that, or for the guys in the band, one of which, by the way, my old bass player, Monkey, who was best man at my first wedding, he just got married in a quickie 1 hour marriage ceremony, so that's something that we did that was a little distracting. No, I've got those guys on speed dial. I know where to call if I'm nostalgic for them. It was something about the old days, when I had my own Millennium Falcon, my own Black Pearl, as it were. Or maybe my heart's just bugging me and I'm having some kind of weird midlife crisis. Who knows? I went to look at a van, though. It didn't pan out. Ooh, I should have said it didn't van out. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go inside and take a shower, clean off the Pomona funk. But before I say goodbye to you, we'll get ready to go down to the antique station tomorrow and show you the new future home of the Randomland booth 2.0. But like I said, shower first and then to bed. All right. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did wake up this morning and go an hour away to look at, yes, once again, another van. It was in a little bit of rough shape because, well, basically anything that I could even stretch to afford is going to be in pretty rough shape. But it actually was nice for being in rough shape, if that makes any sense. So I'm still looking around. The dream isn't completely dead, I guess. I can't let the dream go. But anyway, we didn't come down here to talk about vans. We came down here back to the Orange Circle today so I could show you what's going on with the antique store booth real quick. Now, none of this is done. None of this is ready, and I didn't want to talk about any of this at all. The problem is people keep wandering in and going, what's going on? So I figured I'd at least, let you know where the wind lay, and I brought my beautiful little sidekick along with me. So since we don't want to keep her on her feet for too long, without further ado, let's make our way. That's what one of the Haunted Orange County guides always says on his tours. Let's make our way. All right, back here inside the lovely antique station, you may remember that our original booth was inside the door, then straight down that first long hallway, all the way to the back, left turn, all the way back here. Well, now people keep wandering in here and seeing this. No Randomland shirts, no Randomland hats, no Randomland anything. In fact, nothing on this wall at all. Everything's in disarray and looks half moved out because we are in fact moving out. Finally, after all this time of waiting and all this time of sharing a space, enough pieces have moved around inside the antique station to give us our very own booth. And way earlier than we meant to, we're about to show it to you. Don't judge yet, because it's completely unfinished. But here is the new home of a Randomland. Check this out, we finally have a display case, so we are able to put nicer things in here and people won't ruin them. People kept coming and sadly destroying some expensive things in the past couple of months, so that won't happen anymore, I hope. We've got this sick checkered floor. This was already here when they offered us the booth, and I was like, oh heck yeah, as long as I can paint it. And that's what we did. We saw a good booth and we wanted to paint it black. It's just a little awkward because I didn't intend on showing this to anybody. I thought I'd do a big reveal. There's still a lot of painting we want to do. There's shelves that are going to be in here and much more merchandise soon. I did move one of the Circle K signs in here from yesterday, so that's available. That's the reason the old booth looks like chaos, because we've done away with the old booth for the most part, and we're slowly but surely moving in to this new booth here. So hold your horses. If you're in the neighborhood, still stop by, check out both booths. I mean, they still both have our stuff in them, but there's much more coming to this booth, so make sure you come back in a couple weeks. Maybe like the last week of March, beginning of the last week of March, somewhere in that region, right around my birthday. We should be all the way jamming. Anyway, if you're looking for the new booth, what you do is come in the front door, and now you make a right turn, and then your very first left turn onto row B here, one back from the giant windows, and halfway down row B, right next door to the bait and tackle shop, you will find our black booth of despair. Don't worry, there's a plan here. It won't look like a black booth of despair for long. Allie is the one who spent the most time painting these walls. You love to paint, don't you? You're a painting fool. And I would show you the whole time lapse of Allie painting and all that stuff, but I kind of want to save that for when we're finished with everything. So you'll hear more about this in the future. So basically, there you have it. That's what's been going on. I'm about to try and go look at another van. I'm going to head to Knott's Berry Farm very soon, so there will be more adventures ahead. Hopefully more and more and more. The ball is rolling now, but it's rolling slow. I'd like it to pick up some speed. I'd like to start it to snowball, you know? As you can see, Allie is capable of being up on her feet for little bits of time now. She's able to go out, and she helped me paint the booth. Look at her folding shirts. So life isn't all the way back to normal, but we're getting there. We're getting there. All because this girl's so strong and brave and beautiful and healing up like a champ. They started her new infusions, right? So you started new medication.
Yep.
And they're gonna slowly wean you off prednisone. So you won't feel so weird.
Yeah, my face won't be so puffy.
Yeah. And hopefully in another 16 weeks or so, somewhere around there, you're gonna have another surgery and reattach all your internal organs. Anyway, I only meant to give you a little tease. I've shown you far too much now. Just remember this. There's war and pestilence and horrible things happening in the world. Gas prices and food prices going up. Terror, darkness, chaos. But we only get one life. And life everywhere is, of course, what you make it. So let us count our blessings, my friends. Try to practice gratefulness and keep on looking on the bright side. It definitely hasn't been a perfect year. There's been a lot of setbacks so far, but we aren't giving up, and you shouldn't either. All right, my friends, and having said that, and having gone and picked Pomona, worked on wood, and showed you all the things, I think it's safe to say we've done our duty. We can go home and sleep well. thought that said darn you, Charlie Brown. That cannot be an officially licensed product. Wait a minute. Does this mean what I think it means? Did Charlie Brown get someone pregnant? By the way, this is metal. Someone cast this out of metal. Dang, I wish fake Tyler's birthday was closer. That thing is a work of art.
LeSabre. Oh, a Buick LeSabre?
Yeah, probably.
It's a beautiful car.
LeSabre or the Buick Buckled Rider.
The Buick Buckle Rider?
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, I think that's an 80s car, right?
Yeah, 80s, 1880s.
Yeah, my old neighbor had one of those.
He's so sad. Turn it up! Bring the noise! That's not his bike.
I would never sit on someone's bike. I'm scared for that guy. Like, dude, you just sat on some guy's bike. He sat on someone else's bike.